I just wanted to mention a couple things that we were talking about right before the top of the hour break. And that is the announcement by the North Korean government that they are probably going to go ahead and resume their missile tests and their bomb testing, their nuclear bomb testing, because of the idiocy of Trump and his foreign policy team now that consists primarily of Mike Pompeo, who is about as right-wing as you can get in the United States without being a full-blown fascist, and the war criminal John Bolton, who should have been put in prison a long time ago for his involvement in the slaughter of 2 million Iraqi civilians. But the two of them, Pompeo and Bolton, have totally screwed up the situation. They're the ones that told Trump to leave. And Trump didn't. I mean, he was like a mouse at a convention of cats. You know, the way he snuck out of Vietnam. It's just incredible. Pompeo said that Kim, the leader of North Korea, had made multiple promises during the Hanoi summit meeting, promises to the orange bastard that he, Kim, would take steps to wind down his nuclear program. And despite what the North Korean government is saying now, which is more or less telling Pompeo, Bolton, and Trump to go fuck themselves, Pompeo said that the Trump gangsters would continue to take Kim at his word. As if Kim's word was worth the powder to blow it to hell. It's just like Donald Trump's word. Mexico, build a wall. Donald Trump's wall isn't worth the powder to blow it to hell. Donald Trump's word. So we have two world-class liars, Trump and Kim, lying to each other. In the meantime, what are we supposed to do? Oh, and in the middle, you have one certifiable war criminal and one who wants to be. That's our foreign policy negotiating team for the United States now. Nobody on the fucking planet believes anything that Trump, Bolton, or Pompeo say. Nothing. They play along with it because of this bullshit diplomatic nicety that everybody's supposed to follow. Not much longer, because Trump is destroying that too. So, liars in the Kim administration, murderous liars in the Trump administration are fucking negotiating, right? Huh? You believe that? Oh, don't be a fool. Let me make your prediction right now. Within 90 days, if that long, the North Koreans will resume their nuclear testing and their missile testing. They will never, under any circumstances, ever, under any circumstances, yeah, I repeated it twice, ever give up their nuclear program for the reasons I've stated several times. By the way, the office of South Korea's president, Moon Jae-in, who did much to arrange those talks between North Korea and Trump. It wasn't Trump. It was the leader of South Korea. Said that the government of South Korea, is closely monitoring this entire situation. A government statement said, quote, whatever the situation, our government, South Korea, will try its best to help resume North Korea-U.S. negotiations. And you and I both know that that is a cover-your-ass statement from the South Korean government, which, what do we expect them to do? They're the ones under the barrels of the guns of North Korea. And then, you know, I'm getting all this information on the New York Times. Then it says this: the breakdown of the Hanoi meeting revealed a wide gap between North Korea and the United States over how to proceed with denuclearization. The people who write for the Post and the Times especially are not dumbasses. They're highly educated journalists. And I wonder what they think when they write a sentence like that ends with, over how to proceed with denuclearization. They know, as well as I know, and you know, that North Korea will never denuclearize. It will not happen. It's just not going to happen. But I guess they have to write the sentences. It goes on to say, North Korea insisted, as it has before, on moving in phases. In Hanoi, Kim offered to dismantle the plutonium, uranium enrichment, and other facilities at its Yongbyon site north of Pyongyang, and demanded that Washington in return lift crucial sanctions that had been imposed on the North since 2016. Mr. Trump rejected the offer, demanding more substantial steps towards denuclearization. Well, just remember what Cousin Mike told you over and over and over again, that North Korea will never, ever, ever denuclearize. It cannot. It simply cannot. It is an existential issue for them. They will not, ever, under any circumstances, ever, 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 make themselves vulnerable to the United States, especially when the United States is being led by a psychopathic moron like Donald Trump, who is a liar, as much of a liar as Kim. Can you imagine two world-class liars meeting in Hanoi, bullshitting each other with their little table of advisors on each side of the table with them? Everybody sitting at that table lying through his fucking ass. Every single person at that table lying. Lying. Hi, Truth Seekers. Mike Malloy here. As you know, we've switched formats and are now broadcast exclusively on the Progressive Voices Network. So that means you get fewer program interruptions, no corporate commercials, and lots of profanity. But our format change also means some of our radio listeners no longer hear the program. It's been a while since I mentioned our podcasts, so you may have forgotten that there is a way to listen to this program anytime you need a good dose of screaming. Visit MikeMalloy.com and subscribe to our podcasts. You have your choice. You can listen to the ranting with the audio podcast or listen and watch me lose control with a video podcast subscription. As a podcast subscriber, you can download the program to your mobile device and take me with you wherever you go. And if you have a friend who needs a dose of truth-seeking, you can give a gift subscription as well. That's MikeMalloy.com, and never miss a minute of the uncensored fun and frivolity.